Bendiciones, bendiciones, blessings and guidance, long life, wealth, health, and prosperity. I got a real important public announcement that I have to share with y'all. And this goes to all those people that go see Babalaos. All right? Now, if you was to go get your one hand of Barumila, your Wakafa, your Ikofa, okay? There's no such thing as a Babalao traveling to go see you to give you your hand of Barumila, to give you your Wakafa, Ikofa. If that was done, you just got scammed. Because everybody knows, and every Babalao knows, and every Babalao listening to me should know this, and they'll correct it, or they should address this. They'll tell you what's right from wrong. All right? When a Babalao comes to your home, right, and he comes to give you a hand of Barumila in your house, that's wrong. A Babalao cannot travel to give hands of Barumila and Iwakafa, Ikofa, whatever you want to call it. They cannot travel. If they traveled and they gave you that, then you just got scammed. And I'm going to tell you why. All right? You have to understand one thing. That Tata's not a palero. But Tata got his one hand of Rumila. He got his guerreros. He got what he had to get in Santeria. And then I chose, I must stick to my path of paleria. But I know this, because I know they did my hand of Rumila. When you go get your hand of Rumila done, they got to be a minimum of at least 3 Babalaos in attendance. 3. Okay? And it cannot be done traveling. You have to go to the Babalao's house where his Rumila lives. All right? And the reason why they got to be 3 Babalaos, because they all got to pull down Aldus for you, and they all got to read them Aldus and recite them Aldus for you. Right? So if you're one of those persons that got your one hand of Barumila, Ikofa, or Wakafa, there wasn't a couple of Babalaos in attendance, if there wasn't at least 3 Babalaos in attendance, and also, if they traveled to you to give you your thing, you might as well just bought it from Africa and let them send that over the mail, because it serves the same purpose. Eso no sirve. Bendiciones, blessings, and guidance. Aburu to all the Babalaos.
Again, this is the perfect example of being loud and wrong. A couple of days ago, this individual posted that I was copying him on the soaps. Mind you, these are soaps that are consecrated during a hand of Ifa. These are soaps that have the essence and the energy of Osain, something that he has no idea how to even do because he's not a priest, right? Again, here comes him doing nonsense videos. First of all, how many hands of Ifa does Orula have? Because you keep saying when you go and receive your one hand. Well, how many hands does Orula have? Again, I'm going to use you to spread awareness. This is the perfect example of outsiders speaking on things that they're not supposed to speak on. Okay, a Babalao can travel in Oloricha, a Babalocha, and Iyalocha. We can travel and initiate anywhere. All we have to do is take our stuff. That is the blessing that we have. So Orula can be removed from his sopera or his batea, let's use the correct terms, his batea, and be taken anywhere. I mean, he's been taken to Cuba, where my husband has godchildren as well. This is the perfect example of learning to mind your business, okay? This is a perfect example of not reading a book by its cover, okay? This is a perfect example of not assuming things based on pictures that are shown, okay? Because not only did we have more than 3 babalaos in my goddaughter's home that day, there was multiple apete pieces present as well, along with the 9 people that were receiving. So all this crew can testify to what I'm saying. So this is where you're loud and wrong. But again, this is an issue that we have a lot in this generation, that we have outsiders. We have people who don't practice these religions trying to teach things. You are not a Babalao. There's no need for you to explain absolutely anything about Ifa. What you need to focus on is this. Are those beans? Am I seeing right? You got beans like frijoles and the soaps. This is what you need to focus on. Do a little more research on Cuyayende. There's so many herbs that you could add. If you need some guidance on herbs, message me. But what my point is, you waste all this energy on my husband, on me, on a woman. And you got this going on. You still got a lot to grow. Focus on your munanzo, mi pana. Okay? Word on the street is you're now going to DR. And now your new scam is the 21 divisions. Focus on that. Why are you out here doing a video on what to do and what to expect on a Hanabifa and what a Babalao can and cannot do when you are not a Babalao? Come on now. It just doesn't add up. And like I said it the other day in my live, you have a grown man that lives minutes away from you. They called you out on your BS. Que te dijo que tienes el culo roto. And you haven't said not one word. You're very silent. Okay? This is a person that put dirección y todo, address. Vamos, meet me here. And you didn't say anything. Absolutely anything. Yet you have all this energy for us. I don't understand it. Something ain't adding up. It really isn't adding up. But again, I'm using you as an example to spread awareness, because that's the difference between me and you, is that you do these corny videos that one or two people laugh. And I use your videos and your pictures to spread awareness on what people shouldn't do. For example, adding food beans to soaps. Okay? See how different that is? Be very mindful, please, ladies and gentlemen, of what we are entertaining. This is a person that I spread awareness on and I haven't mentioned and spoke about again. But the moment that you want to keep picking at us, I could also pick. And before I leave, I want to set an example on how messy this app could be. Mr. Richie, you were the very first person to ever contact my husband to receive Hanabifa with him and for him to travel to you due to your health condition. And here you are, loud and messy.